City Toastmasters Club. This is meeting number 377. And let's start with one thing. I was reading newspaper today morning. So I just read a fact. Ukraine celebrated its Independence Day on 23rd of August. After 24 years, they're still fighting for their independence. Maybe that's how this history repeats itself. We can see the same pattern everywhere in the world. That's in fashion, it repeats itself. The numbers, see in the Fibonacci series, there's a lot of series in mathematics which repeats itself. Even stock market repeats itself. What we can make out of it? Everything is a series. It will come back. Maybe in the same form, maybe some other form, but it would be related. We can learn a lot of things from that. We see a lot of events in our life, a lot of successes, failures, but we can be ready for our next iteration. We'll become stronger, we'll become successful, we'll become wiser. I hope we all be able to do something about it. If we learn something more about life practices, maybe more. With that thought, I'll go on to mission statement of Toastmasters. Toastmasters, we provide positive and supportive learning experience in which our members are empowered to develop their communication and leadership skill, which results in better self-confidence and self. In our meeting, we'll follow some rules. Rule number 1, please make your noise making devices on silent. That includes your mobile phone or anything else. I'll give you 5 seconds for that. In our meeting, we don't talk about politics, sex, or religion. These are touchy topics and we don't touch them. And I would encourage everybody to stay silent and avoid cross talking when a speaker is on stage or anybody is like any TMOD or anybody else is delivering something. If you wish to make some call or do something, please go out of the room when the speaker is not on the stage. In our meetings, we'll follow digital voting and feedback forms. The links will be provided on the WhatsApp group, the guest group and the member group. You can use those links to provide your feedback, provide more information about you. Along with that, we are charging 100 rupees venue fees for this venue. We are paying more than 3,000 rupees to this venue. That's why this fees is charged. The QR codes are available here and at the end of the meeting room also. You can scan them and you can pay. If you wish to pay by cash, you can hand over the cash to me. With that, I would like to call presiding officer for today, Mr. Hamid Koka. He is president of our club.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anshu, for a nice message for today that history always repeats itself. This is very, very true, and we have seen history repeating itself regularly. इतिहास खुद को दोहराता है. Last week, me, Toastmaster Hussain, DTM Fushal, and Toastmaster Jagat, and many other members of different clubs like Toastmaster Gire, many members from different clubs. We all gathered at Cafe La Shanti, Bodakdev, where we saw the screening of International Speech Contest final round that was held at US. According to Indian Standard Time, we were about 10:30 onwards. This was started. I saw international level amazing speakers. What can I say? They were great. And if you would have checked our guest group, our members group, you would have got to know who is the winner of this year's international speech contest? Would anyone like to say that? Please. That is the surname? Sabyasachi Sen Gupta. Yes. He is from Netherlands. He lives in Amsterdam. And from one of the clubs in Amsterdam, he was representing as the international speech contestant in the final round. And he won the first prize. As a Toastmaster, we all share a common trait between us, except for we are Toastmasters. Can someone tell me what is the common trait or skill which we share? That is, we all are public speakers. Am I right? All Toastmasters? Yeah. We all are public speakers. We may be very senior, very experienced, maybe a beginner, or maybe not so very experienced, improving, but we are public speakers. If we are a beginner, one day we'll be experienced. If we are experienced, one day we'll be a better public speaker. We'll be competing on a bigger ground. As much skills you improve, as many as opponents you win against, you move next level. Just like in video games, you win one level, you go to next level. Just like that in Toastmaster, you win on club, you go to area. About 3 to 5 clubs are there in area. Am I right, area director Toastmaster? Yes. After winning area level, you go division level. About more than 30 clubs are there in a division. Yes. So after even after winning the division, you go to district. District is like collection of states. We are into district 98 of Toastmaster International, where we include Mumbai, then whole Gujarat, MP, and Rajasthan. These states and Mumbai city is included in district 98. Mumbai and Navi Mumbai. So whole Mumbai is included in district 98 and these three states which I mentioned. And after winning that, you cross these lines and go slowly and gradually you reach to Toastmaster International final round. Over there, if you win, you have defeated almost 5 lakh competitors all around the world, different countries, different places. After winning them, you are the international speech contest champion. And dear guests, I would like to tell you, Toastmasters is the platform where public speaking is not only taught once and then left, like some courses, 14-day course, 1 month course. After the time is over, you are separate, your educator is separate. But at Toastmasters, we meet regularly. LCTC meets every Saturday, where you come on the stage and deliver anything. If it is speeches, just speak out of your heart. If you are doing a role, speak the script. If you are doing an evaluation, evaluate the speaker. That indirectly results in your speeches getting better every day. That is what happens in Toastmasters. You get a platform to practice regularly. It is not for a specific period of time. And I would like to tell you that Toastmasters was started in the year 1924. So it has completed 101 years. An organization that is running from more than a century, just 1 year more than a century. And it has been training members all around the time. The members, if they are very well experienced, they have done great work, they are expert speakers today. Many of them may be TED talkers. Many of them might be different public speaking domains. Well, I told you that Toastmasters was started in 1924. It was started by a guy named Ralph C. Smith. In the year 1924, when he started, before that, he realized that the people around him aren't able to raise the toast. Raising the toast in just simple words is public speaking. In their customs, in their culture, it is like you must do public speaking when there are social gatherings. birthdays, funerals, marriages, or any other social gatherings, there people do raise toast. They do public speaking. But the people weren't able to do that. He realized, so he made this community where people, the members, are very supportive towards each other. They treat each other like family. They do not judge each other. Instead, they give very good constructive feedback, due to which the speaker standing over here, the speaker speaking, gets a good feedback, and also gets one more chance to come on stage and improve the speeches. Dear senior Toastmasters, you might be a Toastmaster more than 2 years, 3 years, 5 years. Tell me, still are you an perfect public speaker having no scope to improve? Yes or no? We cannot be a perfect public speaker, but we can grow expert if we practice every day. If we get good evaluations, specific weak points, if they are pointed out and we get to know, we can improve. And Toastmasters gives you a platform to practice, improve your previous mistakes. Well, that was all from Toastmasters from my side. Now I would like to take the introduction of the guests. So, dear guests, please introduce yourself in 20 seconds by answering these three questions: your name, something about your job, business, profession, and how did you come to know about Heritage City Toastmasters Club? So, sir, I would like to start with you.
Yeah, thanks for giving the opportunity. My name is Arjun Solan. Okay, I'm working in a pharma company as a sales manager. Couple of months ago, one of my friend has introduced me about this platform, and I joined one of the guests. So that's how I came of this experience.
That's great.
Hello, good evening. Myself, Salam Paran. I'm working as a property consultant and currently working into commercial part of it, like office. I come to Toastmasters from Instagram, from suggested pages from Toastmasters.
Wow, that's great.
Good evening, everyone. And myself, Kunal Bhaksar, and I simply am working in government organization and assurance and insurance officer. And I came to know about from heritage sportsman and also from website also. So, from speakers and media persons is very much required nowadays in every field. So that is a
That's great. As I told you, we all are public speakers. Even the guests will get a chance to come on the stage and speak out. We'll be explaining you after the meeting proceeds ahead. Only the last message I would like to give you is, if you start public speaking, there will always be a day one. We all Toastmasters had day one, the day when we first arrived in this meeting. But one day, we all grow to a better public speaker. If you start from from day one day you will be a better public speaker. After this, I am not the one who will be taking the meeting ahead, doing all the speaking and everything. There will be different speakers, but will be introduced, will be called on the stage, and also that person will share his own ideas. Will be done by the host of the day. We call it Toastmaster of the day. Let me introduce Toastmaster of the day. The Toastmaster of the day is someone who professionally is a businessman. He does the business of gold. He is a freelance. He is a freelance and a very interested astronomer. He has a big telescope at his house with which he does stargazing and many other different activities that involve space. He is a very senior Toastmaster. He has done almost all the XCOM roles, and also he has served as area director for Area J1 just 2 years ago. let me welcome distinguished Toastmaster Vikrant.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster.
Rasmiji, no.
I think all you might wonder, what is the theme? Choose. What is the theme of this meeting? Critical communication. What's the theme? I am Toastmaster. We are not going to communicate critically, but we are in situation of critical situation. In Toastmaster, we are not only public speaker and leaders. We also know and also learn how to handle critical situation. Okay, when you go and you progress in your Toastmasters journey, you will learn lots of things. Not only public speaking leadership. When you become a UP education, or if you want to, what is your brain? UP education is a base. But why actually, what happened to Bharat? Just I arrived at part I joined at 3:55 and they entered the lobby at 4 p.m. I got call from Toastmaster Bharat. TM Bharat, I stuck at traffic at Kalu. And I don't know because the metro and the bullet train process maybe it really takes 60 to 90 minutes. Will you continue with my thing? Impromptu, no preparation. My dear friend, but he arrived. Oh my God! We have not done prank. Actually, I will continue, but by what this he arrived. So I would like to invite Toastmaster Bharat and continue. I have just started spot for 1 minute. Thank you. You saved me. I have continue, but I think all you feel guilty just like a prank or we have done that critical. But it really mad. But how these Toastmasters handle the situation? No, backup is always win. If you think this will go straight, never. At the end, no, this change, this will change. Anything can happen. We always have to be ready for the backup. That is the byproduct of extra learning. That just like saying that you learn how to handle the situation.
And
So I'm not wasting my more time.
let me add something to that. He is the backbone. I am the person who knows that he is the backbone. So the moment I thought that I might not reach on time, so I called him and he saved us. Thank you so much. Okay. So it started about critical communication.
Yes.
I put him in a very critical situation, I suppose. So let me ask you, everyone, what do you understand by critical communication? Anyone? Yeah, please.
Communication and because
Communication and different situation, yeah. Difficult situation, excellent. Anything that more than that?
Was explaining his employee about
Was
salary increment.
explaining his
Why
employee
he's not giving
about
salary.
he mean to say not only critical situation, critical person. Am I right? Anything else?
संकट की घड़ी में बातें कर
संकट की घड़ी में बातें that time you need to talk when there is a situation or problem arises.
Husband to wife.
Husband to wife, very common. Now, yeah, please.
When the information is instead of the situation or the people,
Okay.
information can also.
Yeah, information can be critical, but what happened is that today we are in Toastmasters, so we just talked about the critical communication. That when we interact with other person. Okay. But there are situations. Say for example, if you understand the importance of critical communication, even a boss or employee relation can be more tactful. Or some person over here who is in a college and he might be friend zoned. So to get a one stage ahead, you need to know what is critical communication. Any experiences Toastmaster having? No. No? Okay. So
All you understand about critical communication. Do you know how to learn this art of critical communication in practical way? Any idea? Yeah, please. Toastmasters. Yeah, but in case of a Toastmaster, you always get clap. So you won't learn the art of critical communication. Anything else?
Marriage.
Marriage. That's a very beautiful answer. Please have a round of applause for it. You understand the critical communication importance when you are marriage or having an affair. Now, critical communication is a very vast subject. Let me start it. If you have to learn this art, first thing you know about it is, for that I need Toastmaster habit over here. Please, a round of applause. Toastmaster habit. If I say from 1 to 10, okay, 1 and show your angry face at level 1. Angry face at level 1. Okay, I thought 1 5. Make it 3. He's more common one. Okay, and how about 10? Well, he's doing the reverse one. Thank you so much. The problem is that when you say someone that show your face from 1 to 10, that how angry you can. For a common person, it's not possible to show it anyways. Either he's 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, he can go at max. And after that, he might be looking like a joker. In case of critical communication, your words can go from 1 to 10, isn't it? Let me show you an example. If someone says to other person, 2 lovers are there. Okay, 2 persons are there, couples are there. Okay, how would you say? How would they address each other? They can address each other from 1 to 10. They can say, I love you, level 2 or level 3. Level 4, they can say, you are everything for me. Level 6 or level 8, they can say, you are like blood to me. Level 8 or level 9, they can say, I am like a moon and you like a chapor. You heard that example of that? So that's the importance of from 1 to 10. And this is called a metaphor. You should know the art of metaphor in communication. Let me give you an example. This metaphor can be used in other ways as well. To say something which is not correct, but you say it in a very polished way. Have you heard about the name Dhirubhai Ambani? We all have heard about it, right? His second son was about to get married. And he called Tina Ambani to meet him for once. So Dhirubhai Ambani said, okay, you know my son, Anil? She replied, do you know he's a lion? She smiled and said yes. And lion has too many lions. Even though he could have used the word he's not good in character, he used the example of metaphor of lion. He explained everything to her in just few words. That is the power of critical communication. But before we move further, let me explain about Toastmasters, how the Toastmaster works. As I can say, few of you people are here as well. Toastmaster works in 3 segments. The first segment is called prepared speeches. The second segment is called, which is very interesting, is called Table Topic Masters, TTM, in which even a guest can have a chance to stand here and speak from 1 to 2 minutes about any topic. And the third, which is the most important part, is what Breakfast of Champions. We call it Breakfast of Champions. In easy words, is what evaluation of the whole meeting. Without wasting your time, I would like to invite the evaluator today, the general evaluator who is going to evaluate this meeting. He is someone, he is called a degree man of SCPC. He holds nearly 6 degrees. He is great in karate. He works in Sims Marico as an audit head, and he is here 2 times president of SCTC Club. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Ji.
Thank you. Toastmaster Bharat. And namaste.
Namaste.
So ultimately, we are here to improve, not to prove. So there is a big difference in proving and improving. So we are not here to prove to anyone. So we are here to improve ourselves.
So improvement happens only with the feedback, proper feedback. Then only we will get our strength and weakness. So that we can, if we have strength, we can make it more, more make it more strong. Weakness we can just work on it and make it better. So for that purpose, I'm just evaluating the entire meeting, your speeches and your interactions and your communication. So the job I cannot do it alone. So I have a team, scored that timer, accountant, and grammar. So first of all, I would like to call the timer of today. Our timer is someone who is from Uttarakhand and he is a pastry chef working in rich company and he is our BC education. And I called him a golden man because he has a heart of gold, same like our Bikranji. So we have two golden man in our funny Bikranji and second is our today's timer, Toastmaster Ravish. Please welcome.
So much, Toastmaster Aziz, for your lovely words. Once again, good evening, fellow Toastmaster and dear guests. As today meeting theme, critical communication. Your words are your power. Similarly, in Toastmaster, and whenever you want to achieve any goal in your life, you want to achieve any success in your life, the most important thing is time. That is your backbone, which can turn your challenges into your opportunity. So time, similarly in Toastmaster speeches and all the sessions, time is very precious for all of us. Today I am playing a role of a timer, and my duty is to control all the speakers and participants whenever you will come here. So how it will be done? First of all, we have a prepared speeches, time limit for those speeches for 5 to 7 minutes. Today we have two speeches. One is icebreaker speeches. For icebreaker, time limit is 4 to 6 minutes. At 4 minutes, I will raise green card. At 5 minutes, I will raise yellow card. And at 6 minutes, I will raise red card. For prepared speeches, time limit is 5 to 7 minutes. And same, at 5 minutes, I will raise green card. At 6 minutes, I will raise yellow card. And at 7 minutes, I will raise yellow card. The second part is table topic session, where time limit is 1 to 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I will raise green card. At 1 minute and 30 seconds, I will raise yellow card. And 2 minutes, I will raise red card. And third one is not the last. Third one is evaluation speech, where time limit is 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, I will raise green card. At 2 minutes and 30 seconds, I will raise yellow card. And 3 minutes, I will raise red card. 30 seconds grace period will be given for all the speeches. I will present my report when the general evaluator will overdo.
Good job. My another team member is accountant. Our today's accountant is somebody I call her as like a Philoma, a person who loves learning. Is called a Philoma. She's a great Philoma, and she's an educator, and she has 15 years of experience in teaching, and she enjoys communication, conversation, and meeting new people. Please welcome Toastmaster Rasmi.
Good evening. Today my role, training Toastmasters and valuable guests. Today my role as a counter is to see and to hear what your speeches and your communication skills are. I would also be identifying words which you specifically put out there for us to learn, something to interesting. Same time, also give you feedback about certain words which are used properly, not necessarily used, or certain gaps and things which have been used, not wanted, are used as touch words. All the best to all the speakers will come prepared speeches at the same time the guests. Thank you.
Next role is most important. So the role player will review the grammar of all speakers, and our today's grammar role taken care by someone who is from Rajasthan. He's an IT professional and he loves to cook, read, and travel. And please welcome Toastmasters.
Good evening again.
Good evening.
Let's take an example. A small sentence. Let's eat grandma. Nice family invitation. Calling your grandma. Let's eat dinner. Just change it a little bit. Let's eat grandma. It becomes a crime scene. So this is the magic and mischief of grammar. Where a small thing can change that perspective of your communication. So it's not about rules. It's not about what kind of grammar you are using. It's about the messages getting delivered respectfully, clearly, and an impact. We are here, we are public speaker, want to create impact. So grammar will help us a lot in creating impact. It could be a small thing can become impactful because of your good grammar. So today, my job is to note great use of grammar and gently note down what may be not so good use of grammar and just note down as in past my my analysis of that, and so we can all grow, we can become better public speaker and we can use better grammar. I'll submit my report at the end of the meeting when I'll call upon this. And yeah, so my responsibility is to give word of the day and phrase of the day. Word of the day is pragmatic. Pragmatic means to give your to communicate in a clear and respectful manner when you are in a critical situation. So our theme is critical situation. When you are when you are straightful and when you give a clear understanding in a difficult situation, that is pragmatic. So related to that, cut to the chase. When you are in a critical situation, you want to come to main point, don't want to beat around the bush. So at that time, we cut the chase and we directly come to the main topics. That I'll submit my report at the end of the time. And please use this word of the day and please.
Please clap when any speaker speak word of the day or phrase of the day. So before I evaluate, I would love to give one evaluation to all of you. You guys know what is this? USP. So, unique selling proposition. Have you all heard about this?
Yes.
So, can anybody say what it is? Not Toastmaster, any guest can say. What is USP and why it is important?
You have to say USP.
Unique selling proposition, it is our quality, inner quality, our unique quality. So, everybody have a unique quality. We have to review that. What is our inner quality and are we using it properly 100%? So many of us are not using, not finding our USP. So we have to find our USP and use in our life. So that evaluation report I am giving to all of you. Okay? And that's it from my side. Over to Toastmasters of the day.
It was a chilling morning in 1939 in Europe. A small young his young brother of 8 years was not able to lace his shoes properly. Both were running to catch a train. Running fast, they should catch a train. But the boy was very lazy. He was not able to run fast or he was behaving not properly. The girl shouted with full fierceness, "What are you doing? Why are you not able to lace it? You are the bullshit person. You are a very bad person. You don't know how to do anything." She screamed on her for 2 or 3 minutes with all the bad words she knew about it at her age. And she moved on the train. But the boy was left with the here on the platform, they realized they were not able to meet again because it was a time of Holocaust when Hitler declared an emergency. They were not able to meet, but when the girl grew, she became a writer. And she said, the only thing I regret in my life is that I lost my brother. Was not that regret, but the regret that I shouted at her at that time where was the last time I met her. In the time of critical communication, there is always a situation which is very harsh, but you never know that what's gonna happen next. So when to apply critical communication, and when to be sober, we should realize the importance of it. Don't jump on conclusion very fast that you have to regret in your life or further. Another example I would like to share is of J.R.D. Tata, the head of Tata Group. When Ratan Tata was young, J.R.D. used to see him as a potential chairman of Tata Group. But there was one weakness in Ratan Tata used. That Ratan Tata was not that punctual what it should be with the chairman. So in order to make him a good candidate, whenever he used to come too late, he just pointed out one thing. Nowadays, gentlemen, being late is a new fashion. And it hurt him every time he said it. This is also a critical communication. When you have to uplift someone, you have to use critical communication. Now I would like to cut the chase and move on to the meeting now. As I said, that the first session is called the prepared speech session. Joke master. Oh, okay, sorry. I was too serious that I haven't introduced the joke master today. And for that, I would like to invite our newly elected Toastmaster Prasmi, as she has been already introduced. Please.
Good evening once again, Toastmasters and valuable guests. Well, I just have got 1 to 2 minutes is what I've been told by the timer. So, being pragmatic with my time and I will talk about this very famous quote that people talk about laughter. They say laughter is the best medicine. They are going to say, no, yes, laughter is the best medicine, but I think humor is the best case for it. Let me explain to you how it works. Well, this is again, joke is from my life. This is a joke, it has been a never-ending joke, so I want to narrate it. It kind of started during COVID times, and it was taking a toll on many things, especially on waistlines. So my family decided, well, we have to do something about our weight problem we're facing. So our family got together, and my mom said, I need to improve my weight, I need to gain weight, and then the rest of us, the majority, said, so we got onto the weight challenge bandwagon, and we kind of tried out all kinds of diets and everything. So we had basically two factions, but all working towards a common enemy, which was the food. Okay, so it was a love and hate relationship that we were having at home. So after a few weeks, we decided, oh, we've done enough. It was a challenge. Let's now stand on the scale and figure out how have we done towards the challenge. So we stood up on the scale, and success story, but the hint of failure. How was it? It was because there was a loss and there was a gain of weight. Yes, it's just that the parties got swapped. My mother continued to lose weight and we continued to gain. So let me tell you again to conclude that humor is all about seeing the wins in our losses, and that's how I call it a phrase in our lives. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We should start with our prepared speeches, and for that, first we have today is Toastmaster Harendra, and his evaluator is Toastmaster Hussain.
Yes. So, Toastmaster Harendra is giving his first icebreaker speech, where the objective of the speech is to introduce himself to the club. The pathway he has selected is dynamic leadership, and the topic is building my launchpad. All this.
I won't be introducing Toastmaster Harinder as he plays his icebreaker speech, but I'd like to invite Toastmaster Harinder. As we have custom Toastmasters that whenever someone goes for his icebreaker first speech, we give a standing ovation after the speech is over. Over to you, Toastmaster Harinder. Building your launch pad, launch pad, Toastmaster Harinder.
A very good evening to my senior Toastmaster, fellow Toastmaster, and today is our unique guest. You ready?
Ready.
Myself, Harinder Kumar Manju. Let me start with a simple question. What if your life was a book? What would be its title? Anybody? If your life was a book, what would be its title?
Maze Runner.
It's a field.
Maze Runner.
For me, it would be still under construction.
Wow.
Because every day, every challenges and every success adding just one more brick to a person's I am becoming. My life journey. I was born and raised at Jharkhand, where life was very simple, but lots of lessons. From a young age, I was curious. Always try to understand the things behind why this is happening. This curiosity eventually led me to the engineering, and today I am working as a senior scientific assistant at ISRO Ahmedabad, where I will design and integrate the parts of satellite and also maintain the important documents for the missions. This is the role that makes me very proud and continuously reminds me with the responsibilities which comes with the working with our nation space program. My life is not just about making machines and satellites. I have been passionate to creating creativity and my storytelling. That's why I have some YouTube channels, from motivational stories to travel blogs. But my videos got only few views. But still I'm creating because I believe one day one story can inspire in such a way someone that's me I never imagined. Like many of you or other aspirants, I'm also preparing government exams like State Public Service Commission and UPSC. This journey taught me that with the patience, discipline, and maintaining a variety of things at a once, values and learning. When I'm looking back, I have learned something new. That is, life is not always, life doesn't always in a straight path. Sometimes it's like maze with detour and dead ends, but every turn teaches us something new. My lesson in my life, my biggest lesson is the consistency. Whether it is for uploading the videos at the YouTube, which may or may not give the what I views, or preparing for the government exam, or solving technical problems at my ISRO. Progress always comes slowly, but if you keep going, it will come. Otherwise, it will not come. Now, why I am Toastmaster? Why I have joined Toastmaster? Because I have dreams, experience, desires, stories, but sometimes I feel very difficulty to express them in a manner that really connects to the people. For example, I working for build the satellite piece by piece. I want to build my confidence, my voice, and ability to influence the people word by word and speech by speech. That's why I feel that my life is still under construction, because I believe progress never stops, and I am very grateful to be here and to learn all of you to learn from all of you and adding a chapter of Toastmaster in the story of my life. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Harendra. After the second speaker. Now we move towards the second speaker. For that, I would like to invite Toastmaster Deepak. But before I give topic to him, I would like Toastmaster Milap to evaluate
Toastmaster Deepak, his pathway is effective leadership. Level 2, speech 2. The purpose of the speech is to know his leadership style. Time is 5 to 7 minutes. All the best, Toastmaster Deepak.
Toastmaster Deepak, leader in Toastmaster.
Fellow Toastmasters and dear guests, imagine when I say the word leader, who comes to your mind?
Modi.
Your strict manager?
No.
Or Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam? Or your childhood cricket captain who always used to bat first? Leadership has been around since the time human first gathered around the fire. Back then, leadership was about who could hunt the biggest elephant. Or if a lion shows up, who can run the fastest. In ancient times, kings and queens led with bronze, swords, and armies. In modern times, leaders lead with laptop, PPT, spreadsheets, flowcharts, and most importantly, the coffee mug. There are different styles of leaders. Some people lead with fear. Some people lead with power. And then there are few people who leads with WhatsApp motivational posts. I did the drill of identifying my leadership style. And it turns out that my leadership style is the cocktail. See now Toastmaster Milap is more attentive now. My leadership style is cocktail of altruistic, affiliative, and coaching leadership. What is altruistic leadership style? Altruistic leadership style is a leadership approach where you actually offer help people. You lead with empathy, compassion, generosity, and support. I genuinely want to help people when I'm working. If you are drowning in work, I will dive in to save you, even if that means I am drowning. Now, what is affiliative leadership style? Affiliative leadership style is where the leaders creates good environment, positive environment, and builds a strong relationship with their teammates. I also believe in that. I even try to connect with my teammates outside work. I try to find some common interest so that we can meet outside our working hours. Since I am a sports enthusiast, so I try to find people who also love sports and we go on weekend and play together. When you do this kind of activity, you build relationships, you build connections with people. You get more comfortable, more open towards people. Now coming to the coaching style. Coaching style or coaching approach is where the leader believes in enhancing the knowledge or skill set that is required to do a particular job. How it helps? It helps because your teammates will have the required competency, required skill to do their job. So the turnaround time to achieve the goals or achieve the target will reduce. Also, since I am working as a senior data engineer, so the new data engineer who joins it or the interns who joins it, it is my responsibility to also train them about the technology, right? It is a kind of a teacher role, right? And teaching, as you know, is an art, right? Sometimes you have to explain complex concept to people. Then you have to make sure that you explain it in such a way that the other people are able to understand. So this is about these three are my leadership style. But if you go to Toastmaster International website, there are around 8 different leadership styles that is mentioned. But all the leaders has certain qualities, right? Let me tell you one story about the leadership. Back in 1979, India was trying to launch its first SLV, satellite launch vehicle, SLV-3 to be precise. At that time, the project director was our former president, Dr. APJ Abdul. And at that time, the ISRO chairman was Professor Satish Dhawan. Around 10 years, in a span of 10 years, 1,000 people worked together to achieve this milestone. On the launch day, countdown started. 3, 2, 1. And the rocket was soared in the sky. But a tragedy struck. The rocket, instead of putting the satellite into the orbit, it landed in the Bay of Bengal. The mission was a complete failure. Whole world was watching. Whole media was outside their near issue. At that time, Professor Satish Dhawan came in the press conference with Dr. Kalam. Dr. Kalam was just sitting beside him and he took all the questions. All the difficult questions. He dodges all the bullet and shielded Kalam from all the difficult questions. At that time, he mentioned and he told to the press that yes, we have failed. But I have full faith in my team. They work very hard and I have full belief that they will be able to achieve this. 1 year later, in 1980, in the second attempt, India successfully launched SLV. At that time, Professor Satish Dhawan called Dr. and told, now you go to the press conference and you tell this news to the world. This is the leadership. In this story, we can learn 2 things. When there was failure, the leader came forward. He faces all the difficult questions. He dodged all the bullets. He shielded the team. But when there was success, he shared the success among the teams. I think these 2 lessons are great for any leaders. In the end, I just want to say, leadership is not about the laptop, flowcharts, PowerPoint, or spreadsheets. Leadership is about one individual influencing another. Over to you, Steve.
Thank you, Master Keeper. Now we have a feedback form, which is of the group, guest group for the guest and the members group as well. So if there is any feedback to any of the speakers, speaker 1 and speaker 2, you can give feedback. Timer, please note, the time is 30 seconds. If the time is up, you can give the feedback afterwards as well, if you have not given it. So far, we have learned about
Ask everyone.
Okay. So if you have not given the feedback, you will do it afterwards. Now, as far we have learned about critical communication, we say what is critical communications, how to use critical communication. Now the question arises when and where. It reminds me a story of my friend Raju. He moved to a village near to the city. He moved to a village. He was new to the village. So Raju thought that I should be good in networking. So he made an idea that I will do something that people know me, people around us know me, that who am I, and have a good impression on them. So it will be easy to live a life in a village. After a few days, an old lady died. And so he went there. He went there and he saw that Gaon ka Sarpanch, the Sarpanch of the village, was consoling the son that she died and making big words like, don't worry, you will grow, don't worry, she has done enough for the village and everything. And he said, don't worry, it was not your mother, it was the mother of the whole village. Okay. Next time Raju understood that how to communicate at the time when there is a truth. Next couple of weeks after that, some other lady, old lady died. And Raju went over the funeral. Same lines what he have heard from the Sarpanch. He replied the same line that yeah, this had happened. It worked miraculously. What happened? People came to know about Raju and he was a bit famous. That he's very consoling, he's very caring. After a few weeks, people get a habit that if something goes good, try it again. You see, in 90s, the movies were there. When movie goes good, the same couple will go through all the movies for 2-3 movies. The same principle he understood that it is working. After a couple of weeks, a young man's wife died. He went there, and in the same pattern, he said, "Don't worry, everything will be fine." And he used the words, "Don't worry, it's not your wife; it's the wife of the whole village." In critical communication, when and where is very important. Even if you know how to use it, how to use big words, but when and where, always use your mind. I will now cut the chase and move further to your next section. As I said before, it is a table topic master, and for that I would like to invite someone who is the chairman of a society having 700 flats, who work in IFCO as an HR head. Currently, she is the youngest member of our club. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Manju at CTM.
Toastmaster Bharat. Critical communication. Get relaxed. Now, this is a pragmatic session where you are going to get very simple and close to your heart subjects. So you came here to attend this meeting. I want to see a rhyme. I think you all will like to follow me. Rain, go away. Rain, go away. Come again another day. Little Johnny was to play. Rain, rain, come on some other.
Except for Saturday.
That's true, that's true, that's true. So all of us know how to speak. They've got lot of thoughts to speak. Come on the stage, everything is there. And this subject, I feel everybody would like to say something on this. Isn't it? Agree?
Yes.
So, I would like to invite first of all, they called me the youngest one. The youngest one is someone else over here. And lot of times, he has been put in a very decent situation due to rain. I would like to invite our president, Toastmaster Yemit, to initiate this session. Toastmaster subject is when you felt most embarrassed due to rain. Yes.
Thank you very much, Table Topic Master, for giving me this topic. This situation I faced just some weeks ago. The 16th August day. It was Saturday, and since morning almost at 9 a.m. it was raining very heavily. Actually, I was planning an online meeting for the safety of members, and even I took suggestions from many senior members also. But just after 12 or 1 p.m., I could see sky was getting clear. I didn't had put the announcement in group luckily, so that saved my reputation. But the sky was getting cleared. Situation was getting better. So of course now I had prepared for online meeting presiding officer. Instantly I had to prepare for offline. Then in the second situation, I came through this in a football match. We had planned for a football match. We had booked the lawn, paid full advance, everything. 11 each side. Now when rain starts, if you have the proper football shoes, the studs, which are very pointy, you will have no problem. But none of us had studs. We had regular sport shoes. We were actually just slipping through the ground because that was the grass ground, and you know that when water gets stuck somewhere, it gets very, very slippery to play football. So we were just slipping through, and actually we were playing slippery football. So that was something in which I was kind of feeling embarrassed because I wasn't able to plan a good football activity on a good day with my friends. Over to you.
You're not out. So who else next will be coming on the stage to pose?
TM Kushal.
Kushalji.
Yeah, it's getting slippery. I understand. Maybe the speech.
Kushalji, for your subject is there. You found which song? You might be singing.
Yeah.
With your voice. Which Hindi song you felt most romantic picturized in rain? And you praised the heroine.
So first time it's like long back. I saw her in a green dress, and she didn't steal my heart. She took my breath away. That day, I decided I'm going to marry this girl. I got married, and then I realized not everything is rosy after marriage. It looks good. Many times we ask God, I want this in life. God gives you. And then we realize, no, probably not. So now I always say, God, give me what I deserve, not what I want. And likewise, I always say that song which, while this topic was given to me, like many married men, it was Shadi Karke Fas Gaya. Yeah, typical. And that is also what was coming in my mind. I am not able to get a song in which the heroine was in rain, and because what reigns now in my life is happiness. And married man know what I mean. Because life is not all about happiness. No? You should have ups and downs, and that's why we get married. But not be pragmatic about it. We should focus on the song. And see, there are many songs I love, but the song which I love the most, I'm not even sure that it's about marriages or not, but these are motivational songs which makes you, go ahead and take challenges in life. And of course, marriage was one challenge, but the song I don't even remember. But we'll talk about it. See, why are songs important? We'll talk about that too. Songs are important because this is that particular moment in time when you forget things, when you deeply got into the song and it's sort of meditation. So probably that is what you remember, or you do not want to remember things in life, and that's why you listen to songs. Cutting the chase, I have no idea what I'm talking about because that probably makes me realize that I'm not good at remembering songs.
Thank you very much. There is a song that was picturized on Amitabh Bachchan and Mosby Chatterjee. It's a romantic song. Yes, I think everybody loves that song. That's a very romantic song, but still not in all those sense which you would be dreaming of. So, who next? Come some guest maker. Please, Mr. Solanki, I will. Maybe have a debate. Another gentleman.
Yes.
Anybody may come. This is Arjun Solanki.
Yes, sir. Myself.
Kunal Bharusa. See, rain is a subject on which everybody can speak. Who also can say something? Also can say something. What do you think? Rain is good or bad?
It's always
Not on Saturdays.
sometimes good. Sometimes it depends on time when it comes. And it depends on some situation. Like rains. Sometimes with some power.
I had a dream to go to Manali every year. Could someone give me that
Right.
opportunity? But yesterday night, whatever I saw, I thought that's not the right.
That's what I
So,
want to say.
one of you
Situation,
will be in favor, one of you will be speaking. So, rain is over in this box.
overrated.
You are in plus, you are in minus. We start. And I would request one thing, please use the word of the day, phrase of the day during your speech. Okay, your time starts.
So thanks Toastmaster for giving me the opportunity to speak about the rain. We all know rain is good. Okay, rain is always good because we saw one time in a Gujarat when there was no rain for 3-4 years. In our childhood, if we remember the memories, and there was no rain for 3-4 years, and person who belongs to the village, they know importance of the rain. Without rain, the farmers can't grow anything in their farm, and all the business, including even though space, it's also depend on the rain because if there is no rain, there is no revenue. So that is the reason what I am saying, the rain is very, but yeah, the limitation of rain is also decided. So that I want to keep it. My friend, he will talk about the limitations of the rain. Yeah, he's absolutely right. Somewhere rain is imperative in every situation, but sometimes it is not required when it is very on higher side, like for some places where floods have happened and life is very difficult situation. So higher side rate is not uh, the places where mountains landsliding on as our details. So uh, the fair rain is required, but not sometimes always rain in higher side situation and sometime like some place and here. So
happened as what we have heard about.
Some situation and timing is
That's what I want.
So, now, as a big understand, then you have for a long time. Sand. What you will advise all of us sitting in this room? What place during the monsoon would be the ideal, the most beautiful visit? Because you are a solo traveler.
Okay. Thank you so much. What's the best place to visit in monsoon? When I was a kid, it was my room. I don't want to go to school. I would pray every night that in the morning it should rain heavily so that I don't get up and I don't go anywhere. But as you grow up, you get to know a lot of places where you can go monsoon, in winter, in summer. So definitely the best place to be in monsoon is Saputara. How many of you have been there? Okay. So I would request the remaining people to have a trip to Saputara. It's not that far. It's just I think 3 hours of trip. How much? 6 hours. Yeah. If you drink, then 3 hours. But
You can't drink on that road.
then please don't. So yes, that's the best place because once you go there is a lot of greenery there. Also, there is if you are young at heart, then there is paragliding as well. There are a lot of activities to be done in Saputara, and then you can have Maggie, corn, and all other stuff there. So that's a really good place to be at. You can go solo. You can go with your family. You can go with your boyfriend, girlfriend. And yeah, that's all. That's the place that you can visit. Thank you so much.
I expected you to be telling us to go to Kerala, but that is left with Ajish. So would Ajish be coming over here and
Yeah, sure. I can.
he will be creating the beauty of Kerala in monsoon in front of us. That's the place of God. But last year, this place of God became devastated. Why not?
Which one?
Kerala, the place of God, became so devastating that we all can never forget that one day. The Vainabad situation, the Vainabad.
Okay, Wayanad. That landslide.
Landslide. So I would like you to throw some light on that.
So landsliding incidents in Kerala. So happened.
We all would like to know something about it.
Okay. Okay. Fine. So as Manju said, hello. She said, according to her, Kerala is God's own country, Deva Bhumi. But I don't believe every country and every place has its own significance. Kerala people used to say that they always love Kerala, and but they are working in Arab countries, and simply they just said something against Arab countries, and always I say that you Arab people give you food, water, shelter, everything. Still, you are telling that Kerala is God's own country. I don't trust because one way or other way, every country is special. So one such kind of incident happened in Kerala. So Kerala is very geographically very different. So having lot of jungle and lot of forest and kind of hilly areas. So that makes Kerala dangerous also for living. So one such of incident happened when landsliding happened in Wayanad due to lot of like jungle and forest area, so occupied by the people, and they made like kind of the new kind of what it is called homestay. Homestay kind of setup for tourist purpose. They are just collapse the nature. So on that condition, nature got attacked on Kerala, and that way landslides happened, and such a horrible condition happened. Entire Wayanad become devastated by the rain and continuous landslides. So it's kind of a very bad situation that day. Many people died. Many people, almost I guess, nearly 15,000 houses went away. So due to that incident, that was a horrible condition. So we did a crime to the nature. Nature returned with another devastating incident. That's happened in Kerala. So my message is every place and every country is special, not only Kerala. Okay, over to you.
We all came to know about the devastating situation that occurred last year on 30th July in Wayanad, and we all must be careful that we should not disturb our nature in that bad situation. We should not put our nature to that bad situation. Now, who else is going to come? Black man, are you like? Would you like to come? No. Horror movies.
My childhood,
No, you don't see.
I feel horror movies. Don't feel me horror, they feel me stupid.
Don't feel horror. You don't feel horrified at all. Nothing horrifies you.
He has overcome fear.
You have overcome the fear. But we all want to get horrified. You have to create a horror movie scene created in rain. Do you remember? We all have seen very recently a movie in which a rain scene was created, a horrified.
Any other topic?
Another topic. Okay. Do you remember any day when you had a plan, prepared, very well dressed for going out, see your boss or a girlfriend, but they had put all your plans turned down? How did you get?
I'm going for a function because of rain.
Hey, you were ready. You were ready with your good clothes, but the rain had turned down all your plans. Then how you tackle this? It's a very normal thing. It happens with all of us so many times. I also had a plan of a beautiful sari I had taken out, but then I had to put it down because I knew it is raining and I may not handle it.
I'm not recalling any incident.
You can also make
Acha, okay, in the morning.
Okay, I can
yeah,
make out it.
yes, you can make up.
In the morning you get up
Yeah, okay.
and you find that it is drizzling. How would you like to enjoy it?
It's raining.
The best way to enjoy.
Your name?
My name is Sagar Parwani. Hello, fellow Toastmasters and all the guests. So, and I like rain when I'm in my home. I don't like rain when I'm going to my office or anywhere. So in morning if rains, I like to read book or with my tea usually. And in general, I watch my mobile.
You can continue. You have to speak for 1 minute till the time we shoot. So elaborate.
Okay, for 1 minute.
So what kind of book do you like?
Currently, I'm reading The Power of One Thought by P.K. Shivani Man.
What is that book about?
It's a book about your emotional dependency awareness, create better awareness. And before Fire and Club, I have read like if you have a better awareness, you can take better choices. With better choices, you can have better weekly results. Then weekly result turns into monthly result. Then better quarters. Then eventually better years and better life.
Do you like to go out for a walk or anything while it is raining?
No, I don't like to go for a walk.
for your experiences. Nice. Now in this hall we are having one lady amongst us. And in the monsoon, a lady is there. What do we expect?
Songs.
No.
I don't know. I
Something
was-
monsoon,
it's a quick
monsoon.
Yeah.
I will call upon the stage Madam Pressme, Toastmaster Pressme, and subject for her is she is having a family of a husband, of a mother-in-law, of a sister-in-law, and a son. They all want some monsoon delicacies, but she is short of resources, and she has to keep all of them happy. One item.
Thank you. Well, I kind of anticipated that will be going to be because whenever it rains and everybody thinks of what the lady of the house can do, was with the monsoon being extended over past few many weeks now, I think the lady of the house has a phone in her hand and app which is called Swiggy and Zomato will ask for votes as to what you want to have and definitely will order one of the best delicacies on it. And she would enjoy the delicacies with her family during the monsoons. And that is what her plans. Thank you. I'm sorry to disappoint you for going to the kitchen and making the pakoras. Sorry.
Trust me, you may continue your
Yes. So, even though this is a scenario which happens in most of families wherein, oh, mama, it is raining outside and, I would like to, I'm feeling a little cold and what is there for kitchen? And I tell the person, okay, it's the same as what we had for lunch. They're having the same for dinner. No, we have to have something extraordinarily different. Hey, what would you like to have? Can I have pakoras instead? Can I have some bhajiyas and all? And I would say, hey, sure. How much time can you give me? So, take as much time as you want. But first, not more than half an hour. I look up my app on my app on the phone. I say, okay, Zomato says 20 minutes. Will that be okay? And who's not willing to pay? Of course, my husband reluctantly keeps up his hand, puts up his hand and says, okay, here we go. And we all have. Thank you.
Thank you, Pressme. Thank you. I got a good idea. I can please all the people sitting in here in this room also, and even in my family also. Something which everybody would be liking. That is good bunny chai.
Not too many takers in my house.
Bhajia.
But
Still, this is one thing which can keep all the members of the family happy. May I continue? Finish. Okay. Thank you very much, all my good, beautiful, and lovely audiences for giving me this opportunity to speak on monsoon. I feel you might have enjoyed this actually. I hand over the stage to the TMOD of the state.
Previously, we knew about when and where. And when I was delivering the joke, I could see few faces. We know what will come, right? They knew what was coming, right? I thought, what does this mean? Any idea? What does it get into two? Okay. Anyone else?
25 rupees.
25 rupees is the answer. Anyone else? 50? Not 50. It is something related to the topic, right? I won't go outside the topic. I won't go monsoon. Any idea? No money. Okay. Anything else?
Critical communication.
Critical communication. Yeah. There is something related to it. I'm not giving you money, right? Now let me tell you this. What is it? It is a famous meme which says, overacting के 50 रुपए काट. I mean to say is that excess or over of everything is bad. In the case of critical communication also. Well, how many of you are married here? And I suppose everyone has a mother-in-law and father-in-laws as well. they might have done a PhD in critical communication. They might have done it in communication, but by overdoing it, it becomes not so good. That's why when we see an older people, usually an elderly people, they use the critical communication more and more, and which creates a space in their life which is not so good for others. So if you understand the critical communication, within 15 minutes I tried to explain about critical communication so far as I have done. This topic means that don't overdo critical communication. Don't over taunt someone. Don't be over sarcastic. Don't be over offended. Which means you will remember this 50 rupees cut over a 50 rupees. Now moving further to our topic, our session which is called evaluation session, and for that I would like to call on Toastmaster Ajish for that. Please have a round of applause for Toastmaster.
Hi guys. So we start the evaluation session. Start with the speech evaluator. So start with the Toastmaster Harendra's evaluator, Toastmaster Hussain. He's our area J1 director, and he handled also BP education, BP PR, and secretary in our club. And by education, he's a software engineer. He does video editing. He loves to travel. Please welcome Toastmaster Hussain.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster. Toastmaster Harendra. It was a ice breaking, for sure. Yeah. The confidence didn't tell that because you were so confident in your icebreaker. He started his speech with a question, and not just a normal question, but a question that makes you think that, yeah, what movie name should I give for my life? And then he gave his answer, that is still under construction. I think all of us might have this thought that yeah, our lives are also still under construction. So that related to all the audience sitting in the room. Next, you started your journey. You started telling about your journey, that you were born in Jharkhand and what aspirations that he had, and now what he is in ISRO. That was the main objective of the speech. That was really good. Next, as I said, the confidence in your voice was amazing. One quick suggestion would be to have somewhat of voice modulation, like some high tone and low tone, but your voice had that confidence, and also I didn't hear any in your speech. So that was a really good sign of a very good speaker. You also mentioned about Toastmasters. How did you came to know about Toastmasters and why you have joined? That was also part of your objective of your speech. So that was also one point. Next, I would like to give few suggestions in mostly in icebreakers we avoid that, but I see that you are already a good speaker. So I would like to give few suggestions. One, the hand movement. So this is an open hand. This is where you connect to the audience. Your hand movement were mostly like this. You were when you were telling something, your hand moved out like this, and then it was again here. So this is something that you can be avoided. Second is the eye contact. You were making an eye contact with the audience, but sometimes you were also looking down when you were giving your speech. So it seemed like it was a part of the speech, but sometimes it is a bit distracting. And third is the stage movement. So stage movement you were doing, but you were just revolving around this much, and it was a bit more I feel. So sometimes you can just stay at one place, tell about something, then move to another place and tell about something else. For example, when you were born in Jharkhand, so tell about something there, and then when you move to ISRO, then you switch places and tell something of another thing about that specific segment. Other than that, it was a great speech as an icebreaker. And lastly, you mentioned that you're adding a new chapter, Toastmasters, into your life. I hope it works really well, and I'm looking forward to hear a lot from you in other speeches. Thank you so much.
Next is Toastmaster Deluxe evaluator. He is someone who is a stand-up comedian of HCPC, and he is very funny, and he can create jokes from nowhere. And by profession, he is a regional sales manager, Surya Rashmi, and he is a qualified engineer. Please welcome Toastmaster Miller.
Thank you, Toastmaster Aziz. Toastmaster Deepak. Your speech is always like a Hollywood blockbuster movie. First, you started with a question of who are the great leaders. And you said not only the Narendra Modi or APJ Abdul Kalam, but your boss. So you added humor with that. You also took to the imagination like a Harry Potter movie does. Imagination of the ancient old times hunting, to the swords, and then to the laptop and a coffee mug. What kind of imagination you bring to the story with this message of effective leadership? You taught us that leaders are not only the altruistic, affiliative, or the coaching leaders, but they are the WhatsApp leaders like Toastmaster Hussein, Toastmaster Hamid, who always puts on WhatsApp and motivate us to come into Toastmasters, but they are effective. So you taught us that, and we really observe that you are altruistic leader because we know that you will drown yourself to save someone, and that is your true style. So we know that you are altruistic leader, and you showed us all the leadership style with the demonstration, all the example. So really a great speech with the great content and the message. Again, only few recommendations as this is part of my role. Though you tried to bribe me with a cocktail, but I have to give you the suggestion that your voice level was little flat throughout the speech. You added some sadness while that SLB didn't launch in your face or your voice. That would have added some extra element in your speech. Again, your speech was very pragmatic, very clear, very sensible, and you cut to the chase when you saw red card by giving us a message that the leaders take the bullet. And I think your speech was fantabulous and you covered all the message that great leaders should have. Kudos to you. And with this little recommendation, I understand that we will have a great leader of Toastmasters. No, thanks.
So now it's time for tag report. I call it a reverse order. First of all, I would like to quote the Grammarian for his report.
Good evening again. So, anybody who is sleeping? So, see, when I saw the entire meeting, there were few things which we could improve. So, few of them is we are using too many tools. Sometimes it is like it is correct to use in the sentence. Sometimes the tool is extra. You might be filling it like you might be using it as a filler word, but we need to reduce tools in the entire structure. And somewhere what I could see, the sentence structure was not correct. The pronouns were missing, like nouns, pronouns, they were interchanged. Maybe we can improve on that. And apart from that, I couldn't see like when I lost in most of the speeches. Like somewhere in between, I could see okay, I lost the track. I'm not noting down. Maybe I'm too lost into the speech. What is happening? What they are saying. There are few things which I liked a lot. It was a very small word. It's nothing new, but our wins and our losses. Somewhere I found the ring of it, the sound of it, like too appealing to me. There were a few good words like philomath. I want to become philomath. And word of the day. Trust me, Toastmaster Kushal, Toastmaster Manju, Toastmaster Hamid, Toastmaster Bilal use the word of the day. Have I missed anybody? Phrase of the day, Toastmaster Bharat, Toastmaster Kushal, and Toastmaster Bilal use the phrase of the day. Toastmaster Deepak could have used with Mr. Dhawan. He is the true example of pragmatic thinking, pragmatic behavior. Because I've read that story at least 10 times, one way or another. And there were a few other good words. Bandwagon. There was one more which I like. So Toastmaster Deepak gave us few very good word, altruistic, affiliative, dodging the bullet. I hope they will be adding them into our drama, and this would be a great start for us next week. Thank you.
I request Ahmed Toastmaster Club.
As Toastmaster Anju said, fabulous speeches, a lot to learn from each other. However, we can definitely see a scope for improvement when it comes to the way the sentence is constructed. There are certain places wherein there were long pauses which could be avoided. That adds to the quality of your conversation. It seems as if you're still lost in your thoughts, not able to put them together. But I would say, if looking at the way how things have gone right from the starting rounds to the last person who spoke for the table Toastmaster, I would say you have definitely very interesting vocabulary. But yes, there is a scope of improvement when it comes to pronunciation and word choice. But we're all learners in the making. So all the best to next time. Thank you.
Next report is for the timer, Cosmos Ragish, and Will Jones.
Thank you so much for service. Now, first of all, our participant has been qualified. I think his plan was time. Now, let me start from Sa. Toastmaster also 3 minutes, 3 minutes seconds. Sa report. The presiding officer 8 minutes 21 seconds. Toastmaster of the Toastmaster and the TM Bharat. In first half, 9 minutes. Overall, the TMOD session was 19 minutes and 38 seconds. The second member for introduction, 4 minutes and 20 seconds. Toastmaster Raki's score is timer report, timer introduction, 2 minutes 20 seconds. But Toastmaster Crossfit for our counter introduction, 1 minute 20 seconds. And for her report, took 56 seconds. Granary Toastmaster also for his introduction report 1 minute 50 seconds, 1 minute 57 seconds, and for his report 2 minute 30 seconds. Joke Master Toastmaster last week with 2 minutes and 1 second. Speaker first for his icebreaker speech 4 minutes and 45 seconds. Speaker 2 Toastmaster Deepak took 7 minutes and 28 seconds. Toastmaster Manju table topic session with 2 minutes and 47 seconds. For Toastmaster session was Toastmaster Hamilton 1 second. DTM Bhushan 15 seconds. Yes, Arjun Solanki and Kunal Gosha for debate 3 minutes and 10 seconds. Toastmaster Hussain for 1 minute 57 seconds. Toastmaster Aziz 2 minutes. Yes, Sagar 1 minute 5 seconds. Toastmaster 1 minute 36. Over to Toastmaster.
Now it's time for my report. Okay, today meeting started at exactly 4:30. Kudos to all of you. And BP Education has correctly planned the meeting and all the role players came on time and except they would that exceptional case that due to emergency. Very much understandable. And Toastmaster Anshu started with the club mission and also explained very well the club meeting rules. Kudos to you. Good job. And presiding officer Toastmaster Demi. He has given the importance and significance of Toastmasters in our lives. And he also taken the introduction of guests. And he always come up with some kind of good insights that we can use in our life. Very good job. And TMOD Toastmaster Bharat is our champion, one of the most significant Toastmaster of the day person in our club. So there is no comment about it because he always do great. And today's his critical communication is very much relevant to the current generation because people today are more prone to react than response. So to my one comment related to that, adding to the psychology aspect. So whenever we delay our response to 5 seconds, the response or reaction comes from our rational brain rather than emotional brain. That makes lot of difference. So that also we can add on whatever Bharatji told, addition to that. And one more thing, no communication also is significant communication. Sometimes silence also a great communication. Sometimes. And next, TTM, Toastmaster Manju. Lot of lovely topic and very easy for everyone and different also. But I have few recommendations. And you could have explained the importance of TTM. You missed that, and the guest can also participate. And that you miss. And second one, name, title name. Like that, the topic should be given. So that also you miss. And other than that, it was a wonderful session. And about tag evaluators, both of you have done very good job. CRC approach, comment, recommendation, and comment. Great job, both of you, Toastmaster Hussein and Toastmaster Mira. And coming to my tag team, grammarian, I have a few recommendations for you. So you have correctly introduced the word of the day and phrase of the day. It is very much good, easy for everyone. And it is for you also pragmatic and cut to the chase. It is also your duty to explain the not so good usage of English so that you completely miss. So there were few mistakes. And I just want for all your information, I just want to say one thing. To introduce to someone, always we make some mistakes. Myself, for example, myself, Ajish. It's grammatically wrong. If it is informal, we can use I am Ajish. Please note, if it is informal, we can use I am Ajish. If it is formal, my name is Ajish. Myself, Ajish is grammatically wrong. Please take care of that. And coming to the our founder, Toastmaster Prasni, you have done like your report very well, very crisp report, but you missed one point. You were flawless, that you have to say. For example, Toastmaster Bharat, Toastmaster Himid was flawless. That you missed. And you also have to say, like Toastmaster Ajish used that two arm, like that also you missed that. That also, please include that in your report. And Timer, great job. Only you missed the enthusiasm today. I don't know why. So I have been seeing your enthusiasm, very high enthusiasm, but you missed it today. Okay, that's the only recommendation for you. You need your enthusiasm. Okay. And Joke Master, Toastmaster Francis, good job. And keep it up. Anything I miss? Okay, Toastmaster Harendra and Toastmaster Deepak. Both of you have done brilliant speeches. Keep it up. But I liked your messages. And Hari, you have started a great joke to your Toastmaster journey. And keep it up. And please take more roles. And anytime, tag role, whatever it is, you have to constantly do some roles in our club. That way you can keep the momentum. That is very important. No role is small. All roles have significance. Okay? And today, I love the time management. Most of all, that we have completely done. And a special kudos to Vigranji. He is our golden man along with Toastmaster Nagesh. I personally love these two people. They are really great people. And their kindness, they are always ready to help at any critical situation. Vigranji today helped us because TMOD was absent due to one emergency situation. That time Vigranji handled it extremely well. My thanks to Vigranji. You are always a great help to the club. Please give a standing ovation. Please. Appreciate to President and the Deputy Educator for nicely handling the today's meeting. Okay, that's it from my side. Over to Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ajish, and all the evaluators for such a crisp report and all the tag team. Now we move further regarding the voting. Okay, is the vote ready? Okay, there is a in the guest group you can see there is a voting link. You can click on the voting link. First, let me tell you the speakers. Best speaker, speaker 1 and speaker 2. Speaker 1, Toastmaster Hyder, please raise your hand, please. Toastmaster 2, the Toastmaster Deepak, please raise your hand. These are the two speakers.
Then the evaluators.
And the evaluators of them are Toastmaster Hussain. For evaluator, please raise your hand. Toastmaster Hussain, please. Toastmaster Milak is the second evaluator. Best table topic speakers. Toastmaster Hamid, please raise your hand. You can have a look who's Toastmaster Hamid. DTM Kushal, I think he'll have left. Guest Kunal, please raise your hand. Guest Kunal, please guest Kunal. Guest Arjun. Toastmaster Hussain. Guest Sagar, I think he just left. For best role player, grammarian is Toastmaster Anshu, the one on the last red t-shirt. Our counter, Toastmaster Prasmeet, please raise your hand. Timer, Toastmaster Rakesh, please raise your hand. And again, the joke master, Toastmaster Prasmeet. In best lead role player, we have TTM Toastmaster Manju, TMOD Toastmaster Bharat, and General Level Toastmaster Ajish. Are we done with the voting?
We'll do it in short.
Okay. Now at the last, the conclusion part of critical communication. As we know about that, how to use proper words, how to use metaphors, the importance of metaphors, when and where, and don't oversell it. But the best part is that if you know how to do it, how to use metaphor, how to use everything in your critical communication, the best part is the art of remaining silent. The less you speak, the less blunder you will make. That's all from my side. Now would like to invite Toastmaster Hamid, the presiding officer.
Thank you, TMOD Toastmaster Bharat, for such an insightful and amazing topic for today for the TMOD. It will be very useful for us all Toastmasters and all the guests for their critical communication situations. It might be different. But all these situations, we have to always think impromptu. That's why we practice table topics. Am I right, everyone?
Yeah.
And let me add one more thing. Toastmaster TTM Kushal was sitting over there. He is a Toastmaster from past 10 years and he almost go for TTM in every Toastmaster speech. I think he hardly missed out. Either he comes over here or another Toastmasters. So it improves your impromptu skills.
That's great. That's great to know about DTM Kushal. In starting, when Sojaradam's Toastmaster Anshu explained that history repeats itself, I hope everyone remembers what his message was. Today, I can see that history has repeated in front of my eyes. 2 years ago, 28 September, I paid the membership fees of Heritage City Toastmasters Club 2023. And then I started speaking, and at that day, the TMOD was Toastmaster Bharat. And I was delivering my icebreaker speech. And the next week was the contest. It was mock event international speech contest at that time. And today, my mentor, Toastmaster Harindra, has given icebreaker speech in the TMOD of Toastmaster Bharat. So I can see that somewhat history has repeated itself, and I would also like to tell you that next week we have humorous speech contest and evaluation speech contest planned in HCPs. So all the members will be coming and giving their humorous or their evaluation speech, and then we will have the competition in between all of them. So members, I would like your participation, and guests, if you wish to hear amazing stand-up comedies, humorous speeches and much more, or else great evaluations to a very strong test speaker will be here on stage. It will be very difficult for us to evaluate them, but there will be contest. Yes, DTM Vikrant?
Those who are not understanding listening for speaker timer or ballot counter for salary task, that would be very useful for them for the next year.
That's right. There are, if there are some members who don't wish to participate in the contest, there are roles open for it. We need all members' help in these things. Like there is surgery arms, then there is ballot counter, timer, and all. If you wish to participate as a role player in next week contest, contact Toastmaster Jagat or DTM Vikrant. Jagat is the contest chair, the anchor of the contest, or else DTM Vikrant, he is the chief judge. They both are responsible to take the rules. At last, as closing remarks, I would like to say that Toastmasters is a platform where you practice, which I already said. And public speaking is something. Like if you master it once, suppose you spent 5 years in Toastmasters, but if you just spent 1 or 2 years not practicing public speaking at all, maybe outside Toastmasters, maybe in any other situation, you will start just like you started on day one. You will have the stage fear, you will forget how to speak up, you will forget how to do voice modulation, and many other things. These things, practically, the people who have left have shared the reviews. Those who left public speaking, they have shared the reviews. Now, let's come to the end of the meeting. The last part and the most important part is the awards, and I would request the Toastmaster of the day to help me. Yes.
Back again. We have two guests over here, right? Yes, sir. How do you like the meeting?
It was wonderful.
Wonderful. Any experience, any feedbacks for us?
Everything was
What do you do?
I'm working in a pharma.
In a pharma company. How do you get to know about us?
Actually, I was already doing about CPC, but I never attended as we have Saturday working. Luckily, I got free career of PPM.
We have interns as well as riders have their own process. The international organization and we are a community club. So we are from different fields, but we have specific fields for what we call Indas, riders, brands, all have their own PCS, own process. Thank you so much. Yes, sir. How did I like the meeting?
Yeah, it was it's fantastic. Whatever then I was I got yes that is and I got but that time I worked at a place where available.
But now in
I have
Ahmedabad.
planned many times, but
Now you're in Ahmedabad.
now I
In
work
Ahmedabad,
at
right?
Ahmedabad and from last 2
So keep your.
So I have started this I came Ahmedabad. It's a learning platform.
So keep coming, keep coming. It's like a gym membership. Okay, the more you come here, the more you develop yourself. Thank you so much. For the best speaker, I would like to invite Toastmaster Deepak.
Can I share it with the Toastmaster?
Yeah,
Yeah, please.
Yeah. There you go. Speech man.
Was not in the right place.
Experience. Content was.
Best evaluator is Toastmaster Hussain. Hussain, please stay.
Please stay, Hussain.
There is a tie between 2 awards for one person, and another the best table topic winner is also Toastmaster Hussain.
Best role player, and the award goes to the timer Toastmaster Rakesh. I think once if you have to get the awards, you need to be photographed.
Yeah.
Toastmaster Bharat, I would like to counter you on this because you don't have to be a photographer compulsorily. Because the next award coming up is not the one who has done photography. Okay. The best lead role player is none other than our TMOD. Everyone, let's gather up for the group photograph. And after that, please pay 100 rupees meeting fees.
How should we pay?
Okay.
Not and not good for any medical.
फोटोग्राफ बाहर चलेगा